there, Cancer. How are you guys doing? Really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Nosy Tarot. This is going to be your love messages. It's a general reading, so the rules might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for a personal reading with me, okay? So, Cancer, happy birthday. Wish you all the best in love, life, luck, and career. I hope that this year onwards will bring you tons of abundance, tons of love, tons of doors of opportunities that opens its ways towards you. When's your birthday? You know, one of the reason why I love Cancer so much, because I'm a Cancer rising. So when the sun is in Cancer, it goes to my first house and I feel good. Okay. So this is going to be your love messages. It's a you versus them format. We're going to be looking at your overall energy, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? You got a lot of energy. I usually only pull like one card for the overall energy, but 4 came out there. So we're going to keep it. In your overall energy, you have the Strength card, you have the 8 of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles, and you also have the Star card. It's not really like a easy breezy time for you guys, but I feel that you're handling it quite fine. I feel that there's going to be a certain level of understanding that you are going to be having this week and also next week about the type of situation that is no longer emotionally serving you. So you could find yourself actually completely detaching away from certain person or an environment or a certain group of people, because right now I feel that you're focusing on you and the practical side of yourself, and there's something also about you wanting to be manifesting your dreams as well. Now, what is challenging you have the 3 of Cups. It could be a third-party situation, or it could be there's so many people involved in this connection that either talks to you or talks to them, but kind of like yeah, because sometimes like a relationship that has like too many people is not going to work. It's like what Princess Diana says to Prince Charles, right? Like there's 3 people in this relationship and that's not a healthy relationship. So I feel that with the 3 Cups, that's what happens. Now, in the past, from this person's side, they have the Page of Swords and also the Knight of Pentacles. From your side, you have the Empress and you also have the King of Swords. This is very similar to the Sagittarius reading, where I see 2 people head-to-head in a battle about what they think is right. From your side, the King of Swords in this deck of mine is either you have a certain set of standard that someone has to meet in order for you to be wanting to give to this person, or this is the Book of Sins, where you are reminding or you are holding someone accountable for every little thing, every little hurtful behavior that this person has done to you. And with this person with the Page of Swords, they're also battling the same thing, but for them, it's more about what they think is right. There is something also about you discovering and understanding your presence a lot more in the past. That's why you now, in the past, started to have that kind of like standard that I said. But this person holds like a very deep, unwavering devotions and loyalty towards you, where they feel that they want you, but there is something here about you 2 battling heads. Now, in the present moment, you have the Emperor and you also have the Devil. From this person's side, they have the Sun and they also have the Ace of Swords. I think there's something here that this person is wanting to communicate. There is a level of understanding about this person feels that you are, you know, like when I was looking at that card, there's this song, you're the apple to my pie, you're the straw to my berry, you're the smoke to my high. Like, that's the Sun card right there. What it was trying to tell you about, like, you know, without you, my life is incomplete. Without your present, my life is incomplete type of energy. But I feel that you're much more in control here in the present moment. We're going to clarify in a moment. Now, in the future, this person has a 9 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. From your side, you have the Page of Pentacles and also the 5 of Pentacles. I feel that in the future, you guys are going to be at a crossroad because there is a level of understanding about you giving yourself into a situation that doesn't really appreciate it. And in the future, this person is going to be depending on their independence a little bit more. I feel that you might be dealing with somebody who is not as emotionally vulnerable and emotionally available as you are as well. So let's clarify now. Cancer. I want to clarify the Sun and the Emperor. You could be the I forgot what that song is, actually. It was a song when I was in college, I think. Yeah, they like... The thing is that you need to understand, and you actually understood this in the past, where your presence is very powerful in someone else's life. Okay? So when you're present in their life, or when they see you, or when they talk to you, or when they see you talk, they actually feel very, very elevated. So the Sun clarified by the Knight of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and also the 6 of Wands. Every time you do something for this person, it elevated their confidence level. It elevated self-worth. Cancer's presence is very felt, you know? But you, on the other hand, you're not really happy. Because the Emperor is clarified by the High Priestess, the 5 of Pentacles, and also the 5 of Wands. There's so many things here that upsets you. There's so many disappointment that you guys are holding to yourself. Be careful of dealing with somebody who deliberately try to do something to gain a reaction out of you because it makes them feel better, or it gives them some sort of reassurance for themselves. Narcissistic people tend to do that sometimes. I'm not calling your person a narcissist, but like people who have a little bit of a self-esteem problem tends to do that, where I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to be passive aggressive, or I'm going to be doing this because it's going to trigger a certain reaction to you. And that reaction actually give me the reassurance that I like. Or I'm going to triangulate you so that I feel good about myself. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be increasing my value in your eyes by triangulating you. That kind of like stuff, you know what I mean? So be careful if you're dealing with that kind of person, because all I see here is your presence matter, but also your reaction gives them the give them the happiness that they're looking for. You angry, they're happy. You're triggered, they're loving it. You giving them reaction, that's a reassurance for them. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Page of Wands in reverse. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Clarify the Devil. From your side. 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. The Judgment. Okay. So, oftentimes people who have this tendency to play game thinks that the other person is participating in that game. Okay? Meaning that if they do a certain type of things to get a reaction out of you, it means that you're also doing that to them. But I feel that you guys are not playing games because you have had it. I feel that in the past there's a level of understanding that you have towards yourself about your worth, about why your presence matter. And I feel that you guys are going to be very stingy with your effort, with your energy, with your investment, even your reaction, if it doesn't serve you. And what looked like something that is exciting because they feel that, oh, I feel that now Cancer is pulling away or withdrawing their energy from me. It means that, you know, I got the reaction that I wanted it and they're in this game. But turns out there is going to be a realization coming from their side in this week about like, oh, no, Cancer is not playing game. Cancer is done. This screams like fuck around and find out kind of energy. Okay. Let's see the future. Let's clarify the future. I want to clarify the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. This person plays too much. You're very stern in your position here, Cancer, about like, nope, these are the things that I tolerate. These are the things that I don't tolerate. If you want access to me or if you want my presence, like I need you to man up or woman up to step up in a certain type of level. I need you to stop playing these stupid childish games and whatever. Like you're very stern. You're steady with your positions when it comes to that, because I feel that you are, and especially this is your season, right? Like who wants to be playing this game on their birthday season? You know what I mean? But this person plays too much. Nine of Pentacles, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Empress, and also the World card. I would believe that if right next to it there's not this card, because I feel that they're going to be giving you a facade that they're working on themselves. They're working. You will see them either cut their hair, or they're going to do more of a skincare routine, or buy new stuff for themselves, wear newer clothes in an attempt to give you the impression that, again, like why? I don't understand people sometimes. Give you the impression that like, I've moved on. Like, I'm better. Like you want to withdraw your energy. I'm fine. Like, you know what I mean? It's rage, because in the past it was them playing games. In the future, I see them more of a rage that is rage, an insecurity that is masked by being overly open or being overly confident about something. And there is something about them going to gloat about something in the future. From your side, Five of Pentacles, clarified about the Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and also the Nine of Pentacles. Like I said, you're stern. You know what you want, and that's beautiful. The only thing that you're going to be investing in is something that you see like it's going to be beneficial for you. There's something about you deciding whether I want this to be a part of my life story again or not. That's actually a beautiful thing, Like I was talking to a friend the other day, and he told me about like, do you want this as your life story? A certain situations like, no, I don't want this as my life story. Good. So why stress about it? Like, why overthink about it? Like, you're right. Like, why should I be overstressing about something that I don't want to be as my life story? And for you, there's something here about that too in the future where it's like, no, like I'm only going to be investing in something that I wanted it to be my life story. If it doesn't, then I'm not. You're going to be focusing a lot more on yourself here in the future, but it's for real. It's not for show. It's not to play games. It's not to show someone to get a reaction out of someone. No, it's for real in the future from your side. From their side, it's much more of a facade. Because the Four of Cups clarified by the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and also the Nine of Cups. It's more about trying to communicate to you that, you know, I'm good on my own too. It's also the energy of like, before you dump me, I'm going to dump you first. Before you leave me, I'm going to leave you first. Before you move on from me, I'm going to give you the impression that I'm moving on from you first. Like that kind of like energy. I don't know why there's like a lot of competition in this reading, but I feel that you're not taking part of it. But I don't know, maybe they think you're a part of it. I don't know. Okay. Let's pull some advice card for you. I want to pull some from the Oracle first, and then I'll pull the advice like usual, okay? So you got a personal issue reaches resolution. Work through your fears. 10 of Wands. 3 of Wands. And also the 7 of Swords. In reverse. Okay. So Cancer, with your Oracle card, you have a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. We're actually having a full moon in Capricorn right now. But I'm going to be uploading it maybe like 2 days after. And then work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. I feel that there is something here about fear of if I'm not with this person, then who else am I going to be with? You're going to gain like a lot of clarity and closure for you this month, but it's not going to be through this person's action. It's going to be through the reflection that you have with yourself, a conversation that you have with yourself about why are you enabling this? Why are you compromising so much? Why have you been tricking yourself too much? Why are you overly tolerating things to a point where I see you guys having resentment there in the past? And you're carrying it in the present moment because you're carrying it like a trauma, basically, right? So, as the advice, you have the 10 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and also the 7 of Swords. This is the After Tarot deck, so it's going to be very different than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. But the advice here has a lot to do with you needing to... You've been carrying way too much, men. I'm pretty sure that your shoulder and your neck are very heavy right now because it has like a lot of muscle knots. I have this new sport that I love. It's called free diving. And I love that so much because it brings me back to myself. And in a way that I'm much more aware of the knots that I have in my body and where I store my anxiety, where I store, you know, my traumas and everything like that. Like it really brings me back to myself. And I feel that you've been carrying a lot here, Cancer, to a point where you're storing it in your body and it makes you feel like, you know, when you carry so much, even a few walks will make you tired. So the best way to go about it is that pick one that is just a priority for you. What is it that you're supposed to be doing on a practical level? My friend always say, take it one day at a time. One day at a time. Today, what you're going to do, just focus on that. You don't need to focus on what the future is going to look like. You don't need to focus on what that person is going to do. Not when you're in survival mode. Not when you're getting out of your shell. Okay? Focus at the task one step at a time, one day at a time. Now you have the 3 of Wands. Release it. Release the knots. Release the burden. Release the heaviness. Release. There's something about habit that you need to be releasing in regards to this toxic patterns. And then you also have the 7 of Swords. There's a part of you that screams like, when is this person ever going to get caught? When is this person ever going to have their karma? But the thing about the 7 of Swords in this deck of mine is that you see this person is walking straight to that rope. He's going to get caught. But it's not your job to make them suffer. Because if you do that, you're only going to be increasing the karmic debt for yourself. You don't need to see them suffer. You getting out of the situation, you doing fine, you being indifferent, you rising above the ashes is the priority, not this person getting their karma, not this person. I don't know. Because I see it, I feel it. You know, I feel your energy. But like, but this is not fair, Anisa. I know, but it's not your job. Like, the universe sees what happens. God sees what happens. And he's never going to let that slide, okay? So I think that is it from my reading for you here. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys have been looking for. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.